It's Rob and Sometimes Leigh.
Lee,
Rob.
what should we talk about as far as TV watching? I watched 3 notable movies on the weekend.
Okay, I'm going to say we watched nothing.
And like I said before, I don't know how we found time because we were pretty busy doing outdoor stuff and all that stuff. But somehow we squeezed in 3 movies.
Good for you.
Of the 3, so I watched The Nest
Okay.
with Jude Law.
Okay.
I watched Motherless Brooklyn.
Documentary or?
No,
what was that?
it's here's what sold me. It's on. I can't remember if it's on Netflix or it might be on Crave.
Okay.
It said Ed Norton plays a PI with Tourette's. I'm
Sold.
And it was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah. So Ed Norton. Is it Ed Norton?
I don't know. I can't remember a name.
Anyway, he does an awesome job. And it takes place in the 50s, right? And he, sure enough, is a PI that has Tourette's. And he didn't call it. He didn't know what to call it at that time. I don't know if they didn't have a name for it at that time, or he just didn't know what he had. Mm-hmm. All he said was, "I have a condition." He didn't call it Tourette's, so maybe it was before it was called Tourette's.
Maybe.
Anyway, he did a really good job, and he's obviously done his research because you believe that he had it. Mm-hmm. Bruce Willis was also in this thing.
Okay.
A few other notable.
So it was action then, if Bruce was in it?
Not really.
Oh, surprised.
It's it's just a classic kind of 50s PI whodunit,
Mm-hmm.
Very well done. I would recommend it highly. It's called Motherless Brooklyn.
Okay. I'll put it on my list.
That name is because the character that Ed plays was a motherless, not an orphan, but I guess his parents, whatever, left him. Mm-hmm. And Bruce Willis's character took him under his wing, called him Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's where he come from. Mm-hmm. And then motherless because he didn't have one.
Aw.
The other thing I watched was The Invisible Man.
Okay.
Elizabeth Moss starred in this. She's the one from Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
So that's why we watched it.
Okay.
Because she's really good. And the premise, is ridiculous because it talks about an invisible man. But it is really good kind of psychological thriller.
Oh, an edge of the seat.
Yeah. Because she splits, she does a kind of a moonlight split from this guy who didn't treat her very well. Mm-hmm. And it turns out this guy has been working on technology to make him invisible. So he began tormenting her in invisible fashion. And no one believed her. Everyone thought she was, losing her marbles. Yeah. And by all, even to the point of the audience thinking, maybe she really has,
Yeah.
It's all in her head. But nope.
It comes out at the end.
That's all I'm saying.
Would you want to be invisible?
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Creep up on people? I'd be the invisible sobber. They really think that of me.
Well, I guess that's the other thing, too. There's got to be, never know what you might hear when
Thick
you're...
skin. You have to have super thick skin.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah. No, thank you. Not for me.
It's like, your own funeral. And, you kind of, on one hand, you kind of want to know who shows up and what are they saying.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, maybe you don't. Maybe no one comes.
Maybe no one comes. Someone will be at mine. I'm having hot dogs.
I'll be there. I'll be the MC.
You'll be the MC.
and run the barbecue, I guess.
Rob and Sometimes Leigh. Mornings on 88.7 The River.